Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation. Today, we'll be focusing on the role of an assistant gardener, specifically under the code AGR Q0804. This slide is just the beginning, so I'll give you a quick overview of what's to come. We'll explore the key responsibilities, skills needed, and some tips to excel in this role. Let's get started and dive into the details. India's agriculture sector truly is the backbone of our economy. It employs roughly 58% of the population, which highlights just how vital farming and related activities are to everyday life here. In terms of economic contribution, agriculture accounts for about 18% of our GDP, showing its significance not just in employment, but also in our national income. When we look at global standings, India is the second largest producer of food grains, fruits, and vegetables. That's a remarkable achievement and reflects the diversity and richness of our agricultural output. Additionally, India is a leader in milk, pulses, and spice production, which are key to both domestic consumption and export markets. The sector is constantly evolving, driven by high-value agriculture, focusing on more profitable crops, alongside technological advancements that boost productivity and efficiency. Government initiatives also play a crucial role in supporting farmers and modernizing practices. One notable trend is the significant growth in food grain production, which reached around 357.73 million metric tons in 2024-25. This growth is a clear indicator of how the sector is expanding and adapting to meet both domestic demand and global food security needs. All these points tie back to the larger theme of agricultural development being central to India's economic progress and future growth. When we talk about crop production, we're referring to the cultivation of various crops for food, fiber, and other uses. Moving on, horticulture plays a vital role here. It involves growing fruits, vegetables, flowers, and ornamental plants, which are essential for both nutrition and aesthetics. Animal husbandry and dairying are also key components. They focus on raising livestock like cattle, goats, and sheep, as well as producing milk and dairy products. Fisheries, on the other hand, encompass the harvesting of fish and other aquatic life, which are crucial sources of protein for many communities. Forestry and logging involve the management and harvesting of forests for timber, paper, and other forest products, contributing significantly to the economy. Then we have allied activities, such as poultry farming and sericulture. Poultry farming involves raising chickens, ducks, and other birds for meat and eggs, while sericulture is the practice of silk farming, both important supplementary sectors that support the main agricultural activities. Support activities are also essential. They include soil preparation, harvesting, and post-harvest services like storage and transportation. These are often provided on a contract basis, ensuring that the entire process from cultivation to market is efficiently managed. Altogether, these subsectors of agriculture form a comprehensive and interconnected system, supporting food security, employment, and rural development, which ties back to our overall theme of sustainable agricultural growth. Today, I'll be talking about some of the key responsibilities of an assistant gardener, which are essential for maintaining beautiful and healthy outdoor spaces. First, let's look at plant care and cultivation. This involves a variety of hands-on tasks like helping with planting new trees, shrubs, and flowers, as well as potting and repotting plants to ensure they grow strong. We also assist with weeding, which is crucial for preventing unwanted plants from taking over, and pruning to promote healthy growth and shape the plants nicely. Watering is another vital task, making sure all the plants get the right amount of moisture to thrive. Next, we have landscape maintenance. This is all about keeping the grounds tidy and appealing. Mowing lawns regularly helps maintain a neat appearance, while trimming hedges and edging defines the landscape's clean lines. It's also important to clean paths and remove any litter, which not only enhances beauty, but also safety. These tasks help create a welcoming environment and showcase the beauty of the landscape. Finally, tool and equipment maintenance plays a critical role. Operating tools like lawnmowers and chainsaws requires skill and safety awareness. Additionally, cleaning and maintaining these tools ensures they work efficiently and last longer. Proper care prevents accidents and keeps us ready for any task at hand. Overall, these responsibilities highlight how an assistant gardener supports both the growth of plants and the upkeep of outdoor spaces, ensuring everything looks great and functions smoothly. It's a dynamic role that combines practical skills with a love for nature and detail. Now, let's talk about fertilization and pest control. As an assistant gardener, one of our key roles is applying fertilizers to support healthy plant growth. This involves understanding what nutrients the plants need and ensuring they get the right amount at the right time. Alongside that, pest control is essential to protect our plants from pests and diseases. We assist by implementing measures that keep the garden healthy and thriving. Moving on to supporting operations, a big part of our job is preparing the garden for various events. This might include setting up displays or making sure everything looks its best. We also help with composting, which is vital for recycling organic waste into nutrient-rich soil. Harvesting is another important task, collecting fruits, vegetables, or herbs at the right time, and transporting materials around the garden with wheelbarrows to keep things moving smoothly. Lastly, safety and compliance are fundamental. We must always follow health and safety regulations to create a safe environment for ourselves and others. This includes proper handling of tools and chemicals, as well as being aware of safety protocols. Ultimately, all these responsibilities come together to support the overall health and beauty of the garden, making sure that it's a safe, productive, and enjoyable space for everyone. Let's start by looking at the hardscaping, which refers to the permanent, non-living structures that form the backbone of a garden. These include paths, patios, decks, walls, fences, and arches. They provide structure, define spaces, and add stability to the overall design. Then we have softscaping, which involves the living elements of the garden. This includes trees, shrubs, annuals, perennials, and ground covers. These plants add color, texture, and a sense of life to the space, making it inviting and vibrant. A key feature in many gardens is the lawn, a central, often rectangular area of closely mown grass. It acts as a sort of blank canvas, offering a clean, open space that enhances the overall viewing experience and provides a versatile area for various activities. Pathways are also crucial. They connect different parts of the garden. Their design can vary from winding, informal paths that create a relaxed feel to straight, formal pathways that emphasize order and symmetry. Finally, flower beds and borders define specific planting areas, often placed along boundaries or surrounding lawns. They help organize the planting scheme and add visual interest through a variety of plants and colors. All these elements, hardscaping, softscaping, lawns, pathways, and borders, come together to create a balanced, functional, and beautiful garden. Let's talk about some practical garden layout ideas that are perfect for beginners. First up is the 4x4 starter bed. Imagine dividing a 4-foot by 4-foot area into 16 smaller squares. This creates a highly organized, high-yield, and accessible space, making it easier to manage different plants and maximize your harvest. Next, we have the L-shaped corner design. This setup is ideal for fitting into the corners of your yard or patio. It's great because it allows for easy access to all your plants without stepping on soil or walking through the garden, which helps keep everything neat and healthy. Then there's the 4-square garden layout. Picture 4x4 raised beds with walking paths between them. This design makes it simple to manage different types of plants separately, and the paths keep everything accessible and organized, especially as your garden grows. Finally, for beginners, I recommend keeping the overall garden small, around 100 to 200 square feet. It should be rectangular, placed in a sunny spot, and close to a water source. This setup is manageable and gives you a good foundation to learn and expand from as you become more confident in your gardening skills. Ornamental gardens are all about creating visual appeal and beauty. They use a variety of elements like plants, water features, and structures to achieve this. When we talk about styles, the main categories are formal and informal. Formal gardens tend to be symmetrical and geometric, giving a very structured and balanced look. On the other hand, informal gardens are more naturalistic and asymmetrical, aiming to blend seamlessly with the surrounding environment. Some of the key types you'll find include formal flower gardens, rock gardens, water gardens, and container gardens. These often incorporate different plant varieties such as shrubs, trees, and annuals to add color and texture. Understanding these types helps us appreciate the diversity and artistry involved in designing ornamental gardens, which ultimately enhances their aesthetic appeal and complements the overall landscape design. Let's talk about edible gardens, or as they're sometimes called, foodscaping. Essentially, this involves integrating food-producing plants directly into your landscape, creating a space that's both beautiful and nutritious. One of the key ideas here is to blend aesthetics with practicality, so your garden isn't just eye-catching, but also provides fresh, healthy food. There are several popular types of edible gardens to consider. For example, raised beds are great for growing annual vegetables like tomatoes, peppers, or lettuce. They make planting and harvesting easier. Then, we have perennial food forests, which are designed to be more permanent, mimicking natural ecosystems, but filled with edible plants like berries, nuts, and fruit trees. Herb gardens are another fantastic option, compact and versatile, perfect for growing herbs like basil, thyme, or mint that can enhance your cooking. Container gardens are especially useful for small spaces like balconies or patios, allowing you to grow a variety of foods in pots. And finally, edible landscapes combine different elements, fruits, nuts, flowers, and vegetables, into a cohesive, visually appealing design. Some practical examples include kitchen gardens, herb gardens, or edible flower gardens. These spaces not only provide fresh ingredients, but also add beauty and diversity to your landscape. Overall, these edible garden types align perfectly with the idea of creating sustainable, multifunctional outdoor spaces that nourish both body and eye. Rooftop gardens primarily fall into three types: extensive, intensive, and semi-intensive. Let's break those down a bit. Extensive rooftop gardens are usually lightweight and low maintenance. They often feature plants like sedums, which are hardy and don't require much care at all. These are great for adding greenery without putting too much stress on the building structure. On the other hand, intensive rooftop gardens are a bit more elaborate. They tend to be heavy and have deeper soil, allowing for more diverse plantings. Think of them as mini parks or urban gardens. They can even support trees or larger plants, creating a lush green space on top of a building. Then we have semi-intensive gardens, which are a mix of both. They combine elements of lightweight plants and some deeper soil areas, offering a balance between ease of maintenance and more diverse planting options. These green spaces are really designed with sustainability in mind. They help insulate buildings, reducing energy costs, and also create urban habitats for birds, insects, and pollinators. You'll often see them featuring container gardening, edible urban farms where people can grow their own vegetables, or relaxing lounging areas for residents and visitors. All these types of rooftop gardens contribute to a greener, more sustainable city environment, aligning perfectly with our overall theme of integrating nature into urban spaces. Vertical gardens, or what you might also hear called green walls, are a fantastic space-saving solution for urban environments. They allow us to grow plants on vertical surfaces, making efficient use of limited space. These structures can include green facades, pocket planters, and even living walls, all designed to grow plants vertically rather than spreading out horizontally. They're versatile because they can be installed either indoors or outdoors, which means they're suitable for a wide range of settings. Not only do these gardens enhance the visual appeal of a space, but they also improve air quality, something especially important in crowded city environments. In terms of the growing systems, some use traditional soil, while others utilize hydroponic setups, which can be more efficient and cleaner. The types of plants that thrive in vertical gardens include trailing plants, vining varieties, and cascading species, plants that naturally spill or hang down, creating a lush, vibrant look. Overall, vertical gardens are a clever way to bring greenery into urban life, connecting the idea of nature and sustainability with modern design. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time and attention throughout this presentation. I hope you've gained valuable insights and a clearer understanding of the key concepts we've discussed. Remember, the ideas we've explored today are all connected to the larger theme of continuous improvement and innovation. If you take away one thing, let it be the importance of applying these principles in your own work or projects. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or want to discuss further. Thanks again for being such an engaged audience.